Synchronicity University has an incredible January 2024 and year of 2024 coming up. And for a very limited time, you can choose your tuition rate as low as just $5 a class for superstar astrologers like Stormy, Grace, Cameron Allen, and so many more. Keep an eye out for our upcoming programs. This is the moment, this is the time to cultivate greater love and wisdom and knowledge and insight to your astrological practice. SynchronicityUniversity.com. Links are in the description below. Hello, fabulous superstar Libra. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of December 2023. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. Boy, is this a very special time. It is on the 12th of the month that we will have this month's new moon. The new moon takes place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with communication, conversation. The people covered here include your siblings, cousins, and neighbors. And so here's the thing. This part of the sky over the course of the month is going to have its points of confusion and uncertainty. And that is especially likely around this new moon. What I love about the new moon is that it is speaking in supreme harmony with the North Node. And that suggests that whatever's taking place is ultimately part of aligning us collectively, but also individually with greater love and greater wisdom. It's a part of putting you in a flow of greater blessings. However, the more conscious part of this energy of this new moon isn't necessarily comfortable. And I'm so sorry to say, but it does happen. New moons bring with them new events, new opportunities, new people, places, things, situations. However, Mars is close in the sky to the new moon. And that means that whatever's popping up, chances are there's a certain heightened quality, an urgent quality, if you will, that could be playing out at this time. What we also have is Neptune squaring this new moon. And that brings with it uncertainty, confusion, apathy, malaise. It brings with it a sense of not being clear. And that lack of clarity might be how you really feel about what's happening or just not really knowing the facts. And that becomes especially likely for you because it is this new moon that is happening in a communicative part of your sky. We are going to have part of Mercury retrograde season taking place here for you as well. If anyone is likely to feel like they are in the twilight zone of what is a twilight zone of Mercury retrograde, it's probably going to be you, especially as we navigate into the last week of the month and a retrograde Mercury moves back into this part of the sky and starts moving into alignment with Neptune as well. And so you can see here that just when you think you know, like literally think you know, think you have the information, think you're being clear, think you understand what someone is communicating to you, that really might not be the case. And so pace yourself and be yourself, as I like to say, but also it is a very good idea to trust what is happening now. That trine to the North Node says, whatever's happening is karmic. And as part of the wisdom, even if it feels uncertain, it is a part of what is aligning you with greater love and greater wisdom. Perhaps soon, but certainly in the fullness of time. As we navigate later into the month, that is when we're going to have a full moon. And this is one of the more fortunate full moons that I have seen in a good while. On the 27th, a full moon is going to happen right around the same time that the sun trines Jupiter. Sun trine Jupiter is one of the most fortunate events of a year. It happens twice a year normally. So here we have it happening simultaneously with a full moon, and Jupiter is speaking in harmony with that full moon as well. We also get supremely harmonious connections between the full moon and Saturn. And so things are changing here. There's positive developments. And what is taking place, you love, but also leads to stable long-term gains. And I am so excited to tell you that the full moon is happening at the top of your sky, having to do with career and life purpose and your understanding what a higher, more loving vision for your life could be, your understanding of your goals, of your destiny, of your legacy. All of this is lit up for you now. In a very practical way, some Libras are going to find themselves with career advancement, career opportunities, interview, audition situations can go exceptionally well and change things for you for a very long time to come in a positive way. That's one possibility. But of course, this energy might be more personal, more metaphorical. It might be more oriented around an understanding of purpose, of what you're really going for, or an insight into the higher sense of destiny that you have for yourself. A full moon brings with it illumination, especially of emotional truths. But that doesn't mean there aren't real events taking place at this time. Some Libras are going to find themselves with an incredible opportunity. Now, whether that opportunity involves career or life purpose or visibility, maybe even I would say some Libras might find themselves receiving acknowledgement, receiving an award of some kind. Very possible at this time. So stay open to the possibilities, but we have Jupiter here. That's the key player, and that suggests you have to be proactive with the energy. When we're talking about the North Node, there's not a whole lot you need to do. And when we're talking about something like Venus, right? Venus attracts, there's not a whole lot you need to do. But with Jupiter, Jupiter wants you to be proactive. It wants you to take steps to provide pathways for the universe to have so that it can help to welcome in greater blessings. The blessings can be abundant. If you want career blessings, make sure you're taking steps to move yourself towards success as you define it. If you want life purpose blessings, whether you're connecting with people or brainstorming or taking some step to put yourself out there, visibility is a really good thing. It can gain a lot of momentum for you now. Now, where it comes to matters of love, on the 4th of the month, Venus will leave your sign. But just before Venus does that, is going to, while in your sign, connect in a conversation of tension with Pluto. I have to say, this is tough. But thankfully, it's just the beginning of the month, and then the energy moves on as energy is wanting to do. This is not easy because it really involves having to look at the complexity of perhaps your feelings of a situation. Venus in your sign is an attraction factor. I think you might be asking yourself why you attracted what you did, whom you've attracted, how you feel about it. There's complicated feelings playing out here. And whether that complexity is so complex that it propels you towards somebody, right? So the complexity ultimately adds to a sensuality that feels complicated, that feels messy, very possible. But it can also be the complexity that makes you say, whoa, I really got to get out of here as well. Something in the middle could happen, but this is Pluto. Pluto tends to be energies of extremes. Once Venus changes signs, love and self-love become intimately tied for you. And I think very quickly, as soon as Venus leaves your sign, is going to connect with Saturn in supreme harmony. And that suggests real groundedness. You get some wisdom, and it changes the way that you love yourself and others navigating forward from here. For those of you open to meeting someone new, feeling a powerful pull towards a particular person is possible, or feeling like someone is pulled towards you, well, that could happen at this time. Things could be complicated. Things might be messy. But strangely, that might be part of the appeal. Now, it's up to you to decide what's right for you to do in light of your unique circumstances. I would even say some of that messiness just might be your own stuff kicking up. But this situation might be able to provide you either with a healing opportunity or an opportunity that eventually leads to healing by first realizing what really is not healthy. It can go either way at this time. For those of you just starting to date someone, it is in the first days of the month that you get to see the depth of what you feel, what you're wanting, what's really behind the curtain, what draws you to them. The energy is intense, but it's also entangled. If it is that you feel this is someone to navigate forward with, I just see you diving in. And there's a sense of some powerlessness here on your part, but that's really what love can be sometimes. But if it is, you feel that this is not someone to navigate forward with, I think a part of you is feeling careful, maybe even feeling repulsed in some way. Like there's a part of you that's like, oh, get me away from this person. If that is the case, well, I think it is at the beginning of the month that you're really going to get that understanding of where it is, how it is, you're ready to navigate in a whole other direction. Venus square Pluto can be very all or nothing. So if it feels right, you are all in with all of yourself. But if it doesn't, you have already left. And for those of you in an established bond, well, the overwhelming majority are going to find this a time of depth, of commitment, of you becoming really aware of how deep your love runs for this person. However, if there have been moments in the relationship that have felt unfair, manipulative, that have felt like your partner maybe even has been cruel, I'm sorry to say, but it does happen, and that doesn't apply to most Libras out there. Only if that has already been an established tendency, well, then that tendency is going to kick up for you in some way in the very first days of the month. As part of figuring out the next best steps for you, it does look like as soon as Venus changes signs, connects with Saturn, there's a groundedness here, and you know on some level what it is you really want to do. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It's a powerful and meaningful astrological moment. Well, of course, I'm going to say the full moon. That is a powerful full moon. It is a success, achievement full moon for you on the 27th. And you have the foundation in place. There are big blessings on offer at home and also with career. Where it is you're aiming high, the universe is there to lift you that much more to a higher stratosphere than you knew before as part of achieving something that is meaningful and that matters to you. Thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each week for each sign for just $3 a month with Choose Your Membership Rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com, where you get expanded, exclusive horoscopes, access to live events. Higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity, university events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Links are in the description below. Well, I hope you have a wonderful end of year. I hope you have an incredible full moon. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.